enough to get your kid to and from a center.
Yes.
But then you have the center saying, oh, your child has a speech and a sensory issue. I need you to go to these 6 different specialists.
Yes.
That's not real.
No.
Who can even afford the gas and the co-pays and everything? So what happens if we identify a need for one of our kids at Child Care Group?
Once that child is identified and they've been evaluated and they qualify for services, the therapists come to the center. I'll start with, we have a staffing meeting. And so at that meeting is the inclusion specialist. I will sometimes be there. The parent, the center teacher, the center manager.
It's like an ARD kind of, yeah.
Yes, everybody, and the therapist. And so we talk about the goals for the child. We talk about what the therapist feels like the child needs. And then the therapist will talk about their schedule of when they're going to come to the center. So everything is within the center. They will come weekly, or if they feel like they need more than once a week, they will come more than once a week. And keep the parents informed of how their child is progressing and, their needs.
So I know when my kiddo, and he's 21, so this is a long time ago, when he was diagnosed with his disability, me as a mom, I looked at it like, oh, thank God, I'm going to get some help. But my husband and a lot of our family and friends, there was a stigma attached to it. It was like, oh, is he not smart? No, he actually has a genius level IQ. We struggle in other areas. So do you feel like, and that was 20 years ago, so do you feel like today that's a thing still for parents, like scared?
Definitely. I feel there is still that stigma, even though, we are seeing, you see more children with sometimes with disabilities, and we hear more about mental health and behavioral health. There still is that stigma because we oftentimes feel there's something wrong with them or myself. Or
like, where did I fail as a parent that this child has a behavior problem?
But the way that I look at it is that's just something that child needs to help them. Just as when we go to the doctor and maybe we need contacts or glasses. Or some type of medicine, blood pressure medicine. If we didn't take that, we wouldn't be able to see we wouldn't be able to see if we didn't have our contacts, or we would get sick without our medicine. So I look at disabilities and mental health and behavioral health problems in the same way. You just need something to help support you to get where they need to be. And like you said, they will maybe one day reach a point with their therapist that they don't need it anymore, and they're where they need to be, and they just continue on how they
Well, and I know because of my son, I really educated myself on the neurological development of kiddos. And the earlier the intervention, the higher chance of not ever needing to be put on medicine, not ever needing anything else. The brain is still developing, and so we're lucky at Child Care Group because we have them from 0 to 5 when that's like prime developmental time. So you can literally change the structure and chemical levels of a child's brain to where I saw kids nonverbal autistic come in at 2, and by 5 are they always going to be quirky? Maybe. But he was talking and in regular classes and had a chance at life. And so thank you guys for what you do. Now tell us 1 or 2 of your favorite stories of what fills your cup. Why does your team do what you do every day? I think,
of course, you can see progress in all children, but especially, when you have a child, like you said, maybe who they were kind of maybe on the spectrum, or maybe they weren't walking, or they weren't talking, and then we do those reviews and those updates on them, and we see how much progress they've made. And even I think of one family in particular in the home-based program, her child started out in the program not walking, not talking, and just has started to walk, talk, and just to hear those success stories, and to see the proud look on the mom's face and the child's face, and she can see us excited that she's walking and talking. That just really makes us feel that we're doing great and doing something good for our families and children.
Right. That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you think you can come back another day and give us tips on how to not lose our minds in our house? With our children?
Yes, definitely. I know right now we're all kind of trying to create our own sense of normal. So I definitely be happy to.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being with us today.
All right. See you later.
See ya.